The doctors say she's comfortable.
Comfortable is like a code word for no feelings at all. Not sad, not upset, but not happy either.
She's in a place that her mind has created for her.
You say that like Mom just walked into another house. Like she's the same person but in a different place. She's two different people. The mother that I remember and the woman in that chair who didn't even know that I was there.
I understand.
No, don't, Dad. You go and you see her all the time.
Well, there were times when I didn't. For a while, I went for months without visiting her because I just couldn't find the courage.
What got you through it?
Time. Acceptance. Realizing that I was more miserable by not seeing her. Visiting is the better alternative.
I agree.
Well, maybe it'll get easier for you. And maybe it won't. But you have the mother of your memories. And you've got to hold on to that. That's what she would want you to think about. The brave, beautiful, loving woman that she was.
The woman that you fell in love with.
At first sight. And I have never stopped loving her. Perfect that we're having this conversation here in a diner. You know, diners have a very illustrious history in the Spencer clan.
Yeah, Kelly's and the Triple L in Canada.
Yeah, and even before that. Your mother and I worked in a diner before we were married. Very much like this one, really. Up in Beecher's Corners. And we stayed in a room in an old farmhouse.
Bet you like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Your mother was a little bit old-fashioned. And she was married to another guy at the time. So she took all the blankets and she stretched them across the room and made this barrier. It was the wall of Jericho, we called it. And then she told me that she wanted me as much as I wanted her, and then she ordered me to stay on my side of the blanket.
How long did that last?
Oh, forever. Like 2 weeks. Yeah, it was long enough to avoid 3 hit men, 1 cross-dressing boss, and 1 left-handed boy. And then we went back to the Whitaker farm. That's the place where we were staying. And by then we had faced so many dangers together. We had depended on each other so completely. We had fallen so desperately in love. That night the wall of Jericho came down.
So, what changed?
What do you mean?
What happened? Why do you think Mom went crazy?
It was my fault. So strong. So capable. So brave. I thought she could get through anything. She was very emotional. I mean, she's wise, instinctively wise, but emotional, you know. She had certain tragedies in her life that had haunted her, and they kept coming back, and still I believed she was going to be okay. She'd get through it. I just didn't realize how fragile she had become. I should have known. I should have done more to help her. By the time I got some help for her. It was too late. She'd already lost her grip on reality. It was just too late.
You loved Mom, and you did your best. That's all that anybody could have asked for.
I'll take your word for that.
I have to ask you a question. And I need a really honest answer.
What?
People tell me that I'm like Mom. Do you think that's true?
Every time I look at you, I see her. You have her looks, her brains, her fearlessness, her spirit.
Her mental illness.
Where are you getting this?
I get so mad and emotional sometimes that I feel like I just do things without thinking. Like I can't control myself. And I'm worried that one day I might go crazy too.
Lulu, you won't.
You know. You thought Mom would be okay, and now look what happened.
Sweetheart, you've got something else. Something your mother didn't have. A toughness. An edge. I mean, a kind of cockiness. Lucky has some of it, but you've got more. You've got more of it than maybe even I have. It's an attitude that says, if you push me, I will push you back. Yeah, you got that. And see, your mother never had that attitude. It's a cockiness, a brash, aggressive spirit, and maybe if she had had it, it would have saved her. But she didn't. That is pure Spencer.